What makes Substitute so good? Next to questions about Stealth Rocks, this is one of the most common questions I get from players new to competitive Pokemon. Sure, it lets a little Pokédoll tank a hit from you, but it cuts your health by the same amount that it tanks, right? Well, there's a little bit more to it than that. The primary and most common usage for Substitute is preventing your Pokemon from using status moves against you. Status moves like Toxic, Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave, and Sleep Powder will not affect a Pokemon protected by a Substitute. Furthermore, moves that confuse you or flinch you can no longer trigger. Now, more experienced players indulge me, because for those very new to Pokemon, that still might not seem that worthwhile. I mean, sure, getting protected from those moves is nice and all, but is it really worth an entire move slot? Honestly, yeah. Let's say you're playing against me and you've let my Dragonite use Dragon Dance, boosting its attack and speed by one stage. You know that if it uses the move again, it will be faster than the rest of your team and be able to cleanly sweep your own Pokemon 6-0. However, your problem is you've fallen asleep at the wheel a bit here, and all you've got in is this dumb Drifblim, the Shadow Ball, and 3 status moves. Well, this is ridiculous, you say. My Shadow Ball won't be enough to kill him, and all I've got are these 3 status moves. Before you give up hope, think it through a bit more. Thunder Wave paralyzes the Dragonite, cutting its speed in half, which is low enough that your Weavile could come in and kill it with an Icicle Crash. The Toxic will damage the Dragonite increasingly, so if you can stall out his attacks long enough, this residual effect will kill the Dragonite. And the Will-O-Wisp is maybe the best solution of the 3, because it cuts that Dragonite's terrifying attack stat in half, and then you bring something else in to reverse kill it. Now, as it turns out, that Drifblim is in a pretty great position to stop that Dragonite sweep dead in its tracks. But what if, instead of clicking Dragon Dance a second time, it hits Substitute instead? Well, that would prevent your status moves from hitting it, and his sweep would be secured anyways. At that point, your only hope to salvage the situation would be if you manage to force it to swap out with a move like Roar or Whirlwind. But hold on, because Substitute is good for a lot more than preventing status moves. It can also be used to ease your predictions. Let's say your opponent kills one of your Pokemon with a Choice Scarfed Infernape. A Choice Scarf locks the Infernape into that fighting type move, Close Combat. So you, being the clever Pokemon trainer, swap to your Ghost type, knowing it's unaffected by fighting moves. Now you find yourself in a position where you know your opponent will switch out his Infernape to one of his other Pokemon, but you don't know which. If he goes to Garchomp, you'll use Shadow Ball. If he goes to Tyranitar, you'll use Focus Blast. If he goes to Vaporeon, you'll click Thunderbolt. But you can't get a read on this guy, and you don't want to make a wrong prediction. That's why you decide to click on Substitute instead. Now, whoever he goes to, you have a Substitute to act as a buffer, so you can choose the appropriate move to kill them with without taking any damage yourself. Now, speaking in general terms, that mostly covers the usage that it sees in competitive Pokemon. It's an extremely versatile move though, and as you learn more about the game, you'll come to learn about 1,000 little specific interactions that crop up from it, like stalling by alternating between Substitute and Protect,
baton passing your Substitute to your setup sweepers, substituting to intentionally cut your health and activate an item or ability, substituting to give yourself a focus punch that can't be interrupted.
I could probably go on forever. Try your own hand at it. Half the fun of team building a Pokemon is thinking of cool interactions between your own Pokemon. Otherwise, I think that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys have any questions regarding Substitute or ideas for future competitive explanation videos, let me know in the comments below. You can also ask me live on my stream at twitch.tv/NathanLakesChicken1, and otherwise, thanks for watching.